All right, you've booked a meeting with somebody, you've booked a Zoom call, a phone call, appointment, whatever it is. What's the first thing that you do? Small talk, how's the weather? No. They're used to that. It comes across as disingenuous, okay? What I like to do is to get right to it and then backpedal and get some rapport later. That's tip number one. But really what we're talking about today is the first thing that you say to somebody. So let me give you an example. We've got a model where we drive in a lot of phone calls, some TV, radio, all this kind of stuff. But here's the point. Here's exactly what we say. And I'll just use our radio as an example, right? So John, and this hesitation's on purpose. I talk about this in another video. So John, when you first heard the radio ad, what went through your mind, or what was it about the ad that drove the phone call? Well, look, you know what it was? It really resonated, that line you said about this, or I was thinking about training for my people with this, blah, 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 blah. But the point is, they're starting to sell me. So I'm combining several techniques here. Selling isn't telling them, asking a question. I'm having them sell me, and we're getting right to it out of the gate. So there's your tip of the day. I want you to think about a question that you can ask right when you start your presentation. Now, you may have a situation where you got to build a little rapport, or hey, how's it going? That's cool. But as soon as it's time to get to it, your transition in your head is asking that key question. So that's the question I want you to develop. What is the very first question you can ask? And by the way, what I would do is this, okay? If this needs to be part 2 or 3, it's worth it, okay, on the video. So you've got to think of what made them arrive, right? I'll give you one more example. Let's say you set appointments, you're B2B, you cold call, right? Watch this. So Bob, you probably have lots of people like me that, call and try to set an appointment and book something like this, correct? Oh, you have no idea. Right, and I imagine that most of the time you say no, right? You don't book an appointment like this. You got that right. So let me ask you a question. So let me take you back to a week ago when I called you and reached out to you. What went on in your mind, or what did you say to yourself where you said, you know what? I want to meet with that person. Well, you know what it was? And there it is, guys. They start to sell you, and you start to develop what I call the liquid presentation, which we'll talk about in another video. So there's your tip of the day. I need you to architect and script out a question of what made them arrive at the appointment, or call the lead, or call the mailer, or call the radio, whatever it is. What made you Google search us? What made you, click on our ad? Whatever. Okay, script out your question. That'll be your first question, the very first thing that you do when you get started. Okay, I'll see you at the next tip of the day. Bye.